Windows, the world's most widely used operating system, created by Microsoft. It first appeared back in 1985 as Windows 1.0, basically a graphical layer running on top of MS-DOS. Back then, everything looked simple, almost primitive. But over the years, Windows evolved into a complete OS, with iconic versions like Windows 95, XP, Windows 7, 10, and now Windows 11. What makes Windows stand out is its versatility. It runs on nearly every kind of PC or laptop. It's great for gaming, office work, and even coding, with a user-friendly interface perfect for beginners. But of course, Windows isn't perfect. Its heavy system requirements can make older PCs feel sluggish. And those never-ending updates can be frustrating, sometimes even leading to the dreaded infinite update loop. Security is another concern. Being the most popular OS makes Windows a huge target for viruses and malware. Oh, and who could forget the legendary blue screen of death that's haunted users for decades. Next up, macOS, Apple's exclusive operating system for Mac computers. It debuted in 2001 and runs only on Apple hardware like MacBooks and iMacs. That tight integration gives macOS its trademark smoothness and stability. It's especially loved by creatives, video editors, designers, and musicians, thanks to powerful built-in apps. macOS also plays perfectly with other Apple devices, syncing messages, calls, and files seamlessly. It's reliable, energy efficient, and rarely crashes. But it's not for everyone. You're locked into Apple's expensive hardware ecosystem. Gaming support is weak, and some professional software is missing or limited. Now here's a name techies swear by: Linux. Created in 1991 by Linus Torvalds, Linux isn't a single OS, but a family of systems called distributions. It's open source, lightweight, secure, and runs on practically anything. That's why it's so popular for programming, cybersecurity, and servers. Even NASA and Google use it. But Linux isn't beginner-friendly. Many versions rely on text-based commands. Plus, most mainstream apps and games are built for Windows or Mac OS, so users need alternatives. Then there's Chrome OS, Google's lightweight, cloud-based system. It's perfect for people who mainly browse, stream, or use web apps, and it powers affordable Chromebooks. Chrome OS boots up fast, updates automatically, and is highly secure since most data lives on Google servers. But it depends heavily on the internet and lacks desktop apps or gaming power. It's great for light work, but not for multitasking or heavy creative tasks. Android, the world's most popular mobile operating system, developed by Google. It powers phones from Samsung, Xiaomi, OnePlus, and many other brands. Android is loved for its freedom and customization. You can change themes, icons, and even launchers. The Google Play Store offers millions of apps and games for every kind of user. And Android devices come in all price ranges, from budget models to powerful flagship phones. But not every Android device gets regular updates. Some models slow down over time. Manufacturers also preload unnecessary bloatware that eats up space and can't always be removed. And while Android is powerful, it's sometimes less optimized. Apps may run smoother on iPhones. iOS, Apple's exclusive operating system for iPhones and iPads. Unlike Android, iOS is closed source and runs only on Apple devices. That gives Apple full control over both hardware and software, resulting in unmatched stability. Even older iPhones receive updates for years, offering long-term performance. The App Store is carefully curated, secure, polished, and prioritized by top developers. Apple's ecosystem connects everything. Your iPhone, MacBook, iPad, and Apple Watch all work together seamlessly. But there are downsides. iOS is restrictive and doesn't allow much customization or app side loading. And Apple devices are expensive, with limited storage and missing features like headphone jacks. Before all modern systems came Unix, the original giant from the late 1960s, built at Bell Labs by a T&T. Unix introduced the idea of multitasking and multi-user systems, shaping everything that came after. It's rarely used by everyday consumers but dominates servers, banks, and research centers. For example, the National Weather Service relies on Unix-based systems for weather forecasting. But Unix isn't cheap. Licenses can cost over $1,400 per user, making large setups extremely expensive. BSD, short for Berkeley Software Distribution, was born from Unix at the University of California, Berkeley, in the 1970s. SD systems are used mostly by tech expert servers, networking, and embedded systems. In fact, PlayStation 4 and 5, Netflix's network, and many firewalls like Sense run on BSD technology. It's admired for stability, efficiency, and its ability to handle huge workloads. Popular versions include FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD. So from Windows dominating desktops to Linux powering the world's servers, every OS has its purpose. Android and iOS keep our phones connected, while Unix and BSD quietly run the backbone of global systems. Each operating system reflects a different philosophy: convenience, freedom, performance, or security. In the end, the best OS is simply the one that fits your world.